Hey, what's going on, everybody? Shanghai20YouTube.com. This is just going to be a quick vlog about Age of Ultron, the Avengers 2 movie. I'm about to go see it in a few minutes. And I just wanted to give my quick thoughts about it. I mean, I think from the trailers I've seen, it's pretty lackluster. I mean, in reality, you can't really take too much from trailers, but there's a lot of things missing, I felt. Like, I'm gonna put it this way: Ultron is a machine that was built by mostly Hank Pym, aka Ant-Man, and Tony Starks, but mostly Hank Pym. And he's not gonna be in this movie. He's gonna debut in his own movie, which I find kind of weird because it's not really gonna explain very well why Ultron is there in to begin with. But I mean, it's a hurdle, and if you're not into comic books or anything like that, it's not going to be a hindrance to you. You're going to go, yeah, Tony Stark can make it. I'm not really, thinking about it. But I'm coming into this one. I mean, I'm not worried. I think it's still going to be a good movie. But in terms of how good it's going to be, I just don't know. Because personally, I liked the first one, but I liked the Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier. I thought that was a better movie. I thought the action was better. The fighting was a little better. I mean, there was parts in the Avengers one that were great. The Hulk moments and stuff like that. But personally, I like the Hulk from the first Hulk movie in I think it was 2005 or 8. I'm not quite sure. It's not the one that came out with Ed Norton. The one prior to that. That one was a superior Hulk. He grew, he got bigger, he's leaping. I seen the other one with Ed Norton, he's like swinging on like lampposts like fucking Spider-Man. Hulk can jump right out of fucking cities. Go watch that movie, you'll see it. I mean, that's the closest to the Hulk you're ever going to really get on movie theaters right now. But I mean, I'm kind of trying to see what they're going to do with Iron Man since he took the the thing out of his chest and he blew up all his suits, and that was a whole debacle. I thought Iron Man 1 and 2 were, I mean 2 and 1, 2 and 3 were pretty bad. So I mean, we'll see. Um, like I said, this is gonna be a vlog before and after, so I'm giving you a little heads up now. And then when the movie comes out, when it's over, I'll come back and give you my thoughts. Excelsior. Alright, guys. Well, I just got back from watching the Avengers, excuse me, Avengers, uh, the Ultron movie. And first, let me just say I hate 3D. I think it's like the technology from the 80s. So for me, I could do without it. Also, would save you a little bit more money at the movie theater. So that's a sin now to save some money at the movie theaters. But yeah, I came back and uh, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I'm not gonna do any spoilers. I watched it a little bit before everyone. I watched it on Thursday. And I'll give it some time for it to come out. I might comment on it later. I will say that I was hoping. Well, I'm not gonna say hoping because I know it didn't come out, but I would say that the Ant-Man movie should have came out first, so that he could been in this movie. Probably would have made a little more sense if you guys read comics, or if you guys do read into it a little more. You know that Hank Pym had more to do with Ultron, but as a movie, I liked it. But in terms of how everything went down, I would say that it felt very formulaic. There was a specific beginning, middle, and end. And for me, beginning, middle, and end is fine, but it felt more streamlined. If you see where the rabbit hole goes, you know they're going to try to set up for more movies, Civil War, Ant-Man, Avengers 3. And for me, it felt a little bit rushed. Like, like you can tell when they're wrapping it up. You can tell when they want the crowd or the audience to feel a certain way. It felt very formulaic. But that being said, the fight scenes I would definitely say are better than the ones in the first Avengers. Um, there's a lot of cool team ups, a lot of cool team up supers. I think they all got that from like the video games where you can have two heroes combine their powers to make a better move. I think it's the Marvel's. Jeez, I forgot what it's called, but there's at least two of them, and you can have like four Marvel heroes top down view beat them up. But I definitely say I liked it better than the first Avengers. I still say the class of all the Marvel movies is Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier. I felt that had the best setup, best storytelling elements to it. The fight scenes were ridiculous. They weren't based in CG, but more choreographed fighting scenes, which felt more visceral. Except for when Captain's throwing his shield and banging into all that kind of stuff. That's CG, but it still felt more based in reality, more just practical effects that I liked a lot, and a lot of just choreographing. George St. Pierre fight, I would say, is one of the best fights in the thing. But in terms of Age of Ultron, it's a good movie. I think that everyone's going to enjoy it. Um, there's definitely things in it that you have to question why they did it. Out of seven, I mean, I'd give it a 7 out of 10 because, like I said, it's a really good movie, very entertaining, but it also felt very formulaic and kind of rushed a little bit. They also basically interchanged roles that wouldn't necessarily been there like in the comics or anything else. They kind of went, if you're watching this, you might not be a huge comic fan, so if we change this character to that character, it's not really gonna be that big of a deal. You're gonna live without it and not worry about it too much. So I'm not gonna give away any spoilers yet or anything like that, but my vlog is gonna be, it's a 7. It's a 7. It's a movie worth watching. I wouldn't go to like a pirate site and watch it just yet. So in this standings, I would say my number one favorite Marvel movie is Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Then this one, Age of Ultron. The third would be the second Avengers movie, and the fourth would be Iron Man 1. The other two were just garbage. And my personal opinion is the first Incredible Hulk uh, with the Absorbing Man um, and the Hulk that grew bigger and stronger and stuff like that, fighting the tanks in the desert. I think that was the best of all the Hulk movies. I felt that the continuity with all the Hulk movies makes it very hard to actually get an emotional attachment to the Hulk. This Mark Ruffalo, he's good. I like him. He's a serviceable Hulk. I mean, I didn't feel anybody did Bruce Banner that well to begin with, so I mean, I think he's doing a good job. But the Hulk, it definitely needs to go back to the first one. I think it's the 2008 Hulk movie where they can actually have him grow bigger and stronger, because it kind of doesn't make any sense. He kind of stays the same now. And I mean, they're working on making him look more bulky, which I think is what you're supposed to do. That last Hulk movie with Ed Norton, he looked like a supermodel, very stringy, strongy looking dude. Really didn't like that, but yeah, that's my opinion. James Spader did an excellent job. James Spader, if you guys don't know, the actor who plays Raymond Red Reddington on Blacklist, really good actor. His voice is like silk. I can't remember what the Merovingian says, but it's like wiping your ass with silk. It's like his voice is very beautiful and is very poetic and stuff like that. And I think they kind of asked him to channel his Rennington kind of feeling in it. But even that, it could have been it could have been. I don't know. I like the movie. I'm gonna say that, and I recommend you guys to watch it. So yeah, it's just Shanghai looking at you in 3D. Yeah, no, 3D sucks.